Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, we're going to break down a few calls from Dennis Allen or Pete Carmichael, the brain trust. I'm not sure who's actually making these individual decisions. This is, of course, the Bears game from yesterday. I'm going to explain the problem here. I'm going to explain the rationale, how I'm looking at these decisions, and why Pistol Pete and Dennis just seem to consistently get these wrong. And this is why, in my opinion, Dennis is 14 or 18 and 45 as a head coach. As a head coach, you have these decision break points where you have to be able to do this. And seemingly, he cannot. I have no idea why the Saints don't just hire out a group, an analytic group that can do this, who at least give them the option, who at least tell them in the headset, like, hey, by the way, might want to go for it here. Hey, by the way, decline that penalty. And then he can make the decision if he wants to, but just to have the data. So I have found 4 plays from the game. I could have found 40 plays from the game. 4 plays from the game, and we're going to talk about them in detail. Okay, so the first one, I have my handy-dandy notes, so I know the timestamps of all these plays. The first one is the infamous second quarter, the penalty on the Bears, which we decide, the decision point is, do we accept the penalty or decline the penalty? So let's see it play out. So it's 3rd and 2, 7-7 game. We're into the second quarter now. All right, there's 13 minutes left. At this point, our defense is getting absolutely thrashed. I mean, absolutely thrashed. We are not stopping Tyson Bagent at all. He is prime Michael Vick. He is Randall Cunningham. He is the greatest player I've ever seen in my entire life at this point, and the Bears are dominating offensively. So let's see what happens. So Bagent on 3rd and 2 rolls out, whatever, throws it away. Who cares? He's looking at me in the stands. Now a flag appears. Okay? So now there's a flag. Now we have a decision. Do we accept the penalty and give the Bears a 3rd and 12, or do we decline it and make it 4th and 2? All right, so that's the decision point. Now for each of these points, each of these plays, go down in the comments below and let me know what you would do. We'll make it fun and interactive. All right, so let me know what you would do. All right, so let's skip ahead a little bit here, and we're going to do this on the fly. All right, so Dennis ends up accepting the penalty. Okay, to me, that's problematic because let's go back to the 3rd and 2. Let's go back to the 3rd and 2 here. So right here, okay, let's pretend that it's 4th and 2. So you're looking at, they could go for it, which you're kind of okay with. Because if you believe in your defense and you believe, okay, we can stop them on 4th down, you're okay with that situation because it's still Tyson Bagent. It's still the Chicago Bears. And if they want to go for it on 4th and 2 and potentially your defensive line, who you got to have faith in, could stop them, get you the ball back, that seems pretty cool, right? Or they could kick the field goal. Either way, though, not awful of a spot on 4th and 2. And it's what are they, on the 11? So it's like the field goal is nothing. We're talking about like a 28-yard field goal, something like that. Is that right? On the 11? Yeah, somewhere in there. Like it's nothing of a field goal. So then if we jump forward to the 3rd and 12. So on the 3rd and 12, now you're giving them a chance to get the first down, all right? A chance to get the first down on the 4th down if you assume they're going to go for it. So 2 plays to get the first down, basically. Then you're giving them the field goal is not that big of a deal because I understand if it's a 40-yard field goal or you take the penalty to try and force them into like a 50-yard field goal or whatever. I understand that too. Basically what Dennis is doing here is Dennis is saying, I believe in my defense to make a turnover on 1 play. Because otherwise, you just decline it and have the 4th down anyways. Because let's say if they get 8 yards here and it's 4th and 4, you're relatively in the same spot. You still have to either get a stop or they're going to kick a field goal. This position right here doesn't do much for you, and we see that. What happens? They get it 4th and 1. They end up challenging it. It gets overturned. Bagent runs and gets it. Shocker. You haven't stopped him at all, which is what I was saying. Your defense has not been good, and you're wagering that they're going to be good. and they don't be good. He is running all over the place. He runs again, gets the first down. They challenge it. The first down happens. And then let's see what happens after that. All right, so then here we go. Okie doke, LOL, Zach Bond in coverage, touchdown. So I'm not saying that because of the decision, it guaranteed them a touchdown, but it certainly gave them more of a chance at scoring a touchdown and more of a chance of a positive situation of getting the first down, all that stuff. So this is the first decision point that I thought was bad. And funnily enough, this is probably the one that is the most 50-50. That I can hear the conversation of why you would accept the penalty. So let's go to the second situation. Okay, here we are. Fourth quarter, 8 minutes to go. 3rd and 8. We are in a one possession game. We're up 7. We are in scoring territory. We're ready to rock and roll here. So it's 3rd and 8. Okay, this isn't the decision. I'm leading up to the decision. So let's watch the 3rd and 8 play. 3rd and 8. Carr throws it. Olave, boom. Thought it was a first down in real time. It is what it is. You know, it should have been a first down. I mean, you have a wide open throw right there. Olave's got to sit, you know, like, take that part away. Okay, so now here's the decision point. 4th and 1. Okay, it's 4th and 1. What do you do here? Now, again, I don't know if this is Dennis. I don't know if this is Pete. I don't know if this is Derek. I don't know who's making these decisions, okay? So here's the issue. And there's the man himself. Here's the issue I have. We have the greatest possible situation for 4th and 1. Great 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, whatever. We have Taysom Hill. We have Jamal Williams, who is a short yardage specialist. Last year, he led the NFL in touchdowns because of that. He might be the best short yardage back in the NFL. We have Alvin Kamara, who is a very, very, very good running back. We covered that in a couple of video a couple days ago. You have a package of Taysom Hill and Kalen Saunders, a defensive tackle at fullback. You have that package. Besides the Eagles, the Saints should be the best 4th and short team in the NFL. No doubt about it. You could have Taysom Hill at quarterback, at running back, at the end around. You could have Saunders in there blocking. You could have so much happening. Okay? So what do we do? What play do you run? What do you do? I'll tell you what you don't run is a hurry up quarterback sneak with Derek Carr. Derek he lines up. He doesn't even attempt to draw them off. That's what I thought was happening in real time. I thought in real time it was going to happen. I thought they were going to, because you have 2 timeouts here, okay? I thought in real time they were going to line up, try and draw them off, either call a timeout or a kick, whatever. I never in a million years thought they were going to line up and not do anything except Derek Carr try and sneak it. Okay, so I'm going to show you the whole play. Here's the whole play. So Carr lines up, boom. Gets absolutely just stuffed at the line. Awful right here. Awful. Now this leads into, I'm not going to cover this later, but this leads into another conversation. Okay, so later on in the game, so we choose not to kick a field goal here. And you're facing off against Tyson Bagent. You can go up 2 possessions at home. I'm not so sure you don't just go up 2 possessions at home with 7 minutes left and say, Tyson Bagent, if you can beat me in this situation, beat me. Okay? And you decide to go for it. Fine. It's a decision. Later on in the game, we have a 4th and 3 with like 2 minutes and 30 seconds left or something like that, and we decide to kick the field goal. Whereas if we get a first down there, the game's pretty much over. So that shows that there's no continuity in this kind of thinking. Because if you're going to go for it here, you probably go for it on the 4th and 3, what ended up being Groupie missed the field goal. And if you kick it here, you see what I'm saying? Like there's no continuity in the thinking. But this play is a disaster. Package, personnel, all that stuff. We talk about it all the time. Why are certain players on the field at certain times? Why are we running certain plays at certain times? 4th and 1, how are you not running the Taysom Hill package? Taysom Hill, by the way, was your leading rusher in this game. was absolutely dominant. This is what he does. How is Kalen Saunders not on the field if you have all these plays for him? Saunders ran a route in this game. He lined up in the slot and ran a route, yet he's not in on this package, which should be his bread and butter. So let's go to the third situation. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I will admit, this is high level. This one's kind of advanced, okay? It's the first quarter. It's 2 minutes and 51 seconds left. We're in a scoring situation, a great opportunity to get points. 1st and 10, throw the ball. It is now going to be 2nd and 1 from the 10. Okay? A unique situation. 2nd and 1 from the 10. All right, 2nd down. Now, here's the decision point. And again, this is high-level stuff. It's high-level stuff right here. Okay, cool. What the problem is, now stay with me, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2nd and 1 from the 10. To me, you have a free play. You now have a free play given to you because the downs no longer matter. If you pick up the down, you cannot get another 1st down, right? So let's say it's 2nd and 1. So to me, you take a shot at the end zone here. You take a shot, you get creative, because then you just reset the downs. On 3rd and 1, you just pick it up, and then no harm, no foul. Now you got a fresh set of downs, okay? You do not want to pick up the down here. You're not concerned about picking up the down because you can't get another one. It's just a yard, right? There's nothing. You have one free play. So if you pick up the yard here and get the set of down, you're basically forfeiting the free play. And you could say, well, James, it's not a free play because there could be a sack, there could be a turnover, there could be a fumble, there could be an interception. Sure. Okay. But you can't play like that. You have to play proactively. You have to do what you want to do. And then if they stop you, they stop you. If they force an interception, they force an interception. You got to have faith in your players, have faith in your offense. You can't coach scared like that. You can't call a game scared. So it's 2nd and 1. At the minimum here, you should try and push the ball a little bit. You should certainly not be. To me, I'm going to the end zone. I'm trying to take a shot at the end zone here. I'm calling a play that is as safe as possible. You know, one of those things where only my receivers are really going to get a shot at the ball, whether it's a back shoulder, whether it's, you know, whatever you want to throw. I'm not there in practice. So let's see what the Saints decide to do on 2nd and 1 here. All right. So Taysom's in. Interesting, because Taysom usually runs the ball. Now, you may say this is what we should have done on 4th and 1, and you would be correct. 2nd and 1, Taysom is in. I'm in the seats, okay? My ankle deep into Bloody Marys, and I'm thinking, oh, this is perfect because Taysom's in to throw. This is going to be a creative take a shot kind of thing where Taysom comes in, he throws a pass in the end zone, we take a shot there, and then if he doesn't pick it up, we just get it on third and 1. Who cares? Let's see what happens. So we run the classic Taysom play, and we get the 1st down. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. We go from 2nd and 1 on the 10 to 1st and goal from the 9. Now, what didn't exist there? What encompassing, what did we do? The only thing we did is forfeit the free play. The 3rd down that didn't happen, or I guess technically like kind of this play, was a free play that we straight up said we don't want it. We straight up said I would rather reset the downs. I would rather give myself one less play than take a shot here or do whatever. Do this exact play on 3rd down. Exact play. You can do this on 3rd down and pick up the yard and be in the same situation. And all that will be different is you ran one extra play. And in the NFL, Kyle Shanahan is really good at this. Lincoln Riley is really good at this in college. Watch the teams that sneak, like that kind of get a couple extra plays here, a couple extra plays there, specifically at the end of halves. Lincoln Riley is a master of getting like 3 extra plays before the half ends. He always lines up the clock. He always lines up the downs to where his team's going to get a couple more plays in. And if you are constantly squeezing out those couple more plays, that extra possession, whatever it is, you are going to be successful. And to me, that's a hallmark of a good coach, is being able to understand the game flow, understand what's happening, see the opportunities to have a free play or to extrapolate value. It's like if you're playing blackjack or something. If you're playing blackjack and the dealer says, hey, I'm about to reshuffle, would you rather have one more hand on the house, or do you want me to shuffle? It's obviously the right call to say, yeah, let me play the free hand. If it's a free hand, let me play it. Why not? What's the worst that can happen, right? Because if you say, nah, I don't want the free hand, just shuffle. Why would you do that? There's free value in front of you. This is the one that's probably the most complicated as far as, like, I don't want to say a casual viewer, but someone just watching the game, just like haphazardly watching the game. And I'm not, look, let me say this. I'm not acting like I'm Bill Walsh. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that I'm Bill Belichick here. This is not me flexing that I'm thinking of these situations in real time, which is some insane thing. I'm in the low. I mean, I'm in the dome here. I've got dome dogs all over the place. I'm tracking 1,000 bets. I'm talking to everyone around me. I'm talking, like, there's a lot happening. If I can do this in real time, Dennis Allen should be doing this in real time. Pete Carmichael should be doing this in real time. They should realize the situation. They should realize I can get a free play. Sweet. It's first. It's whatever it was, 2nd and 1 from the 10. Cool. I can get a free play. I can take a shot. Let's do it. Instead of just saying, like, "Ooh, we got to get the first down here. We got to run into the line of scrimmage and make sure we get that first down." This is one of those things where, for people who have been in the league this long with Dennis and Pete, there's absolutely no reason, with 20 plus years each of being in the NFL, someone didn't recognize this. Now let's go on to our 4th situation. Okay, 3rd quarter, minute 58 left. It's 3rd and 10. All right, Carr just threw a check down to Carr threw a check down to Kamara. It was not caught. It was a disaster. I was vomited rewatching it. So it's 3rd and 10. Now, this is more of a Pete Carmichael situation, but it is what it is. I want you to watch the packet. I want you to watch the personnel that's in on 3rd and 10. I want you to think in your head, who would you want on the field? Okay, like, what would you run here? That's the decision point. Who do you want on the field? Who were you going to? All right, so let's see who's on the field. Okay, so 3rd and 10 here. Tie game. Remember, like, we're in a dogfight here. The game is certainly up for grabs. We need to make something happen here. This is a pivotal situation in the game. Pivotal situation. All right, so let's take a look at the personnel. We got Jamal Williams is in. All right, we'll do it like this. Okay, Williams is the running back. Thomas is here. All right, this is Thomas. Taysom Hill is playing tight end. I think this is Lynn Bowden right here, and then Juwan Johnson's at the top. All right, so I'm gonna repeat that. 3rd and 10. The personnel on the field in a passing down where we have look where we are on the field. We have to score here. Have to score. Chris Olave is off the field. Alvin Kamara is off the field. Rashid Shaheed is off the field. Why? What is the reasoning? Because if you're the Chicago Bears defense here, you're going to say, well, damn, all we got to do is cover Michael Thomas. It's 3rd and 10. I don't want to say the game is on the line, but it's 3rd and 10, and the game certainly hangs in the balance. And who has Pete Carmichael decided that he's going to put on the field to try and pick this up? The backup running back, Jamal Williams, the short yardage running back, Lynn Bowden, the blocking wide receiver, Taysom Hill, Juwan Johnson, tight end, and Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is good, but at this point, in the game, he had no receptions and 1 target. To me, there's no reason for this. There's no reason Kamara's not on the field. There's no reason Chris Olave is not on the field. There's no reason Rashid Shaheed's not on the field. I think Pete Carmichael is just calling plays. I think he's just calling plays, whatever, 3rd and 10, let's run this. And he's not thinking, oh, it's 3rd and 10, it's 17-17, there's 2 minutes left. Like, we really need to pick this up. Let's get our playmakers on the field. Imagine if this is the Vikings before Justin Jefferson got hurt. Imagine if it's 3rd and 10 and Justin Jefferson, they just take him off the field in this situation. Imagine if this is the Bengals and they say, you know what? Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, get on out. Just get out of there. Just get off the field. Get off. When would this ever happen with another team? Like, when would this ever happen with a good team? Where, oh, it's 3rd and 10, I have to get this. I have to make this happen. Let's just take all our playmakers off the field. You can do it with any team. Where it's like, oh, man, the Cowboys it's 3rd and 10. The Cowboys are in a 17-17 game. Tony Pollard's off. CeeDee Lamb's off. Like, they're just taking people off the field. Eagles. Yep, just see ya. Get A.J. Brown off. Get Devontae. It's the same situation as if the Eagles were in this spot and they took DeAndre Swift off the field, A.J. Brown off the field, and Devontae Smith off the field. You'd be sitting there going, what the hell is this? Why? Okay, so now let's watch what happens. This is just absolutely trademark right here. So at this point, I'm absolutely screaming. At this point, I got my 50-50 raffle ticket in my hand. Didn't even come close to winning, by the way. My neck veins are pulsating. Okay, let's take a look. So 3rd and 10, all our playmakers are off the field for I'm not even sure what reason. So then Carr's doing his thing. Carr doesn't know what the hell's going on. Here we go. Well, let's see what happens. All right, so they take away Thomas. Obviously, he's the only player on the field. 3rd and 10. This is absolutely classic Saints. 3rd and 10. All our playmakers off the field. Let's throw a 3.5-yard pass to Juwan Johnson and hope to God he can get some yak. This is the design. This is what that was all for. We chose to take Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Alvin Kamara off the field to run this play to get the ball to Juwan Johnson 3 yards down the field and hope that he could create some yak. With basically the game in the balance on 3rd and 10. That's what we came up with. All 4 of these decisions, I think were wrong, obviously. All of these decisions, whether schematically or whether the game flow or whether whatever, were wrong. And they were negative expected value. Not to start throwing around, industry terms. And the fact that we made them all consecutively, and we've been making them for years, is the reason why the coaching staff is handcuffing this team. We cannot be successful long term if this is what's going on. When Andy Reid is in the same league, when Kyle Shanahan is in the NFL, when Sean McVay is in the NFL, when Mike McDaniel is in the NFL. Can't happen. Cannot happen. You cannot do this on a week-in basis with coaches that have been in the NFL for multi-decades. And we're seeing this kind of stuff. To me, the decisions just show there's absolutely no feel to the game. There's absolutely no rhyme or reason. We're not thinking out of the box. We're not even thinking, there is no box. There's no box. We're not thinking at all. We're just running stuff. We're just kicking field goals here, going for it here. Quarterback sneaking here for random reasons, not using our playmakers. Like two of the four plays here are personnel problems. Not using Taysom, not using our short yardage package, not using Jamal Williams, not doing all that stuff on 4th and 1. But then on 3rd and 10, we've got Taysom in, we got Jamal Williams in. Like, what's going on here? Why in this down do we have Jamal and Taysom in? Why is that the case? Why on this down do we not have our playmakers trying to get that 3rd and 10, trying to stretch the ball, trying to get the ball to the line to gain? And then on 4th and 1, why don't we have our short package people in? Why don't we have the people in on 4th and 1 that can do that? You know, like there's no. I was having a conversation today about these exact plays, and somebody was like, you know, maybe it's a positive that it's so sporadic, that Allen and Carmichael are so sporadic that it's impossible to plan for them. And it's kind of funny, but it's kind of like, I guess that is the only positive, because if you're game planning against the Saints and you're like, all right, it's 4th and 1, I would assume every defensive coordinator is going to be like, okay, we probably need to figure out how to stop Taysom Hill on short yardage. We probably have to figure out how to stop the Jamal Williams short yardage plays. We probably need to do that. We need to be ready for the Kalen Saunders package. I don't think many of them would say we need to be ready for Derek Carr sneaking it. And then on 3rd and 10, they'd be thinking, okay, we got to figure out how are we going to stop Olave, Kamara, and Thomas at the same time. Oh, and we got to worry about Shaheed's speed because they're not afraid to go to him deep, you know. But I don't think many of them would say 3rd and 10, Olave, Kamara, Rashid are going to be off the field, and Juwan Johnson is going to get the ball on a 3-yard route. I always say this. An easy way to judge coaching decisions is try and put yourself in the other team's shoes. What would the other team want you to do? So on this play, if you're the defensive coordinator for the Bears and you could choose, you would want Olave, Kamara, and Rashid off the field, right? On 4th and 1, if you're the DC for the Bears, would you rather have Derek Carr try and sneak it? Or would you rather have to deal with Taysom Hill or Jamal Williams or the Saunders package or whatever? If you're the Bears in the first scenario we chose here, would you rather 4th and 2 or 3rd and 12? Every single one of the decision points, every one of them. What was the other one? The second down. Would you rather, on 2nd and 1, would you rather say, okay, the Saints can pick it up or they can take a shot at the end zone? You want them to pick it up. You don't want them to take a shot at the end zone. All of those decisions, the Saints' brain trust chose what the Bears wanted them to do. All 4 of those decisions. Plain as day. Plain as day. Hey, Chicago, what do you want us to do? Take Olave off? Okay. How about we take Olave and Kamara off? Throw in Shaheed and you got a deal. Hey, Chicago, what do you want us to do here on 4th and 1? How about Derek Carr try and get it? Okay, cool. Hey, Chicago, it's 4th and 2. Would you rather it be 3rd and 12? Ooh, that does give us more opportunities. Yeah, make it 3rd and 12. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I do know. Like, it's just bad coaching. It's just not. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how. Because, and I'll say this too, everyone in the zone, and I will say where I sit, people up, we know ball, like the group around, we know ball. We're just pretty high level conversations up there. So a lot of this kind of stuff, a lot of like, hey, do y'all think we should call the timeout? Hey, do y'all think we should go for it? Hey, what do y'all think about this personnel package? So I guess it's a lot of that happening. And I would say most of the time we're all pretty much in agreement. And the fact that 5-6 guys up there who don't know each other, no one played college football, no one played in the NFL, no one coached at a high level, no one did any of that stuff. Again, people, you know, half these guys have been tailgating for 5-6 hours at this point. You know, and the fact that 5 or 6 of us up there can say, oh yeah, right here, yeah, you take the free play. Oh yeah, here, decline the penalty. How is that happening? But on the sideline, with the guys who we are paying to coach this team, they can't do it. It's crazy. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about those 4 situations. What did you think about, you know, which decisions would you have made there? What did you think about the analysis? Also, this is a new thing we're doing. This all 22 kind of, you know, we're gonna start using this more to show plays that happen and break down plays and breakdowns. Kind of this wasn't the all 22, but we have access to all 22 film. So let me know any plays you want to see broken down. If there's a decision point in the game, it doesn't have to be a Saints game. If there's a decision point in the game and you're like, what do you think here? Would you kick it? Would you whatever? Let me know. Twitter's a good place to find me. Let me know and we can break it down. It'll be a fun video series. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next video.